Hi everyone, it's Mrs. HB. Welcome to Talk Together Tuesday. So this past week I was talking with my family and we have been keeping track of the number of days since we have been at home and away from our normal routines, and realized that we have been doing this for over a month. So a month is a pretty long time even under normal circumstances, but a month under different circumstances is a pretty long time. And so we've noticed that there have been times where we're doing pretty great at this, and there are times where we're not doing so great at this. And there are times when we agree on what to do for a day, and there are times where we disagree for what to do on a day. And we've been noticing that that's been true for not just our family, but for many families and for towns and for states and for countries. And so when we don't agree with each other, sometimes that can cause conflict, it can cause hurt feelings, it can cause us to not feel great towards each other. And so today I wanted to talk about the importance of pressing pause. And so I'd like to share with you 3 different things we can think about of when we need to take a pause or press pause. And the first one applies to both kids and adults, and it applies to the people that we are with in our own homes. And so we might have a time, or maybe lots of times during the day, when we disagree with each other, and when we are not getting along, and when we are feeling tense, and maybe our voices are getting raised, and we just are not agreeing. And that's the first time where we need to be mindful and think we need to press pause. When we're not agreeing, and when we hear our voices getting louder, and we might be saying things that are unkind, we need to say, okay, we are not going to solve this problem right now. We are going to press pause, and we are going to take some time to bring our bodies back to calm before we can solve this problem together. So that's the first way we can press pause. Now the second way to press pause applies more to the grown-ups listening to this today, but it could apply to everyone as well. It depends on how connected you are to the news or to social media. And I want to invite us to think of a time in our day or throughout the week to press pause. Press pause on all the messages that we are receiving from the media, from Facebook, from Instagram, from the news, from a neighbor that might be talking to us from across the street, socially distanced, to press pause on the information that we are receiving from outside of where we're staying. Some of that information is absolutely necessary and absolutely helpful for us as we move throughout these days, but I have found where I need to personally pause from the information that's coming in to help me be able to move through my days, to keep my body calm, to be available to my family and to others. And so I invite you to find time to press pause from that information, to give yourself some time to regroup. It's going to be there tomorrow. You're not going to miss out. We're going to find out what's happening, but to pause for your own health. And the third way that I'd like us to think about pressing pause is there are going to be people in our lives, maybe in our own families, maybe people we hear about on the news, maybe a leader, maybe someone in our community, in which we just don't agree. And we really have not found a way that we can come together in agreement with that person. And I want to invite you to press pause and to accept that you do not see the world the same as this other person, and take that energy and turn it towards a way that you can be helpful to others, that you can build a bridge with others, and that you can open your heart to be ready to find the good in that other person. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in sometime in the future. Now, I've shared these 3 different ways to press pause, but I also want to add on the end that there are times, there are people in our lives that it might not be safe for us to press pause. If there is someone in your life, if you are a child or you're an adult, and there is someone who is not safe to press pause with, someone that could harm you, whether it's mentally or physically, I want you to reach out to someone who can help. And I'm going to include some links in this video in the comments and in Facebook. If you are someone where you're not feeling safe to press pause and to regroup and solve problems together, please reach out for help. And I will give you some resources to be able to do that. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Remember to practice the power of pause this week. And remember everyone, stay rosy.